Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport. There was a lot of racing in the last week or so, and sadly some of it I can't find. But what I was able to watch was pretty good. We have IndyCar and Indy NXT from Indianapolis, kind of a preview of the Indy 500, World Rally Championship from Portugal, TCR Australia and S5000 from Phillip Island, TCR Europe from Po, and IMSA from Laguna Seca. So with all that great motorsport to get our teeth into, let's jump straight into the video. Christian Lundgaard is a driver I've bigged up in the past, and it may finally be paying off. He took his first IndyCar pole at the Indianapolis circuit, a track he did well on his debut a couple of years ago. The race went away from the young Danish star, but it was still a very impressive performance, and he is yet another driver I can see winning races in IndyCar in the near future. It was a very good race with very little interruptions, only one yellow period due to Stingray Robb colliding with David Malukas. Will Power's title defence is not going so well. He got spun round by Carl Kirkwood. He did manage to recover to 12th, but still lacks the outright consistency that took him to the title in 2022. Alex Palou won the race. In fact, he made it look easy. I can't believe it's only his 5th IndyCar win, considering this is his 4th season and he is a former champion. The Arrows McLarens ran very well here as well, Pato O'Ward taking his 3rd second place in 5 races, but the other 2 Arrows McLaren cars finished 3rd and 5th, with an unlucky Lundgaard sandwiched in 4th. All in all, it was a good race. Alex Palou leads the championship, and we're just a couple of weeks away from the Indy 500. Should be a good one. Indy NXT, there was some strong battling throughout this race, and it was by far the cleanest Indy NXT race we've seen this year, but the field did get very strung out. Jamie Chadwick struggled again, but at least stayed out of trouble. She only finished 15th, but I do have a defence for her. These are completely new tracks to her. It's a new car. She could maybe do with a couple of years to get used to it. I know that goes for other drivers doing better than Chadwick, but what we've seen in 2023 is not the best of Chadwick's abilities. White Knight moment over. Matteo Nannini took the win after a bad start to the year, and Lewis Foster was 2nd after his bad start to the year. Christian Rasmussen was 4th and leads the championship. World Rally Championship took to the gravel roads of Portugal, and there was a real lack of Rally 1 cars in the field. It got ridiculous after a few retirements. Takamoto Katsuda had mechanical issues on the first day, and Elfyn Evans crashed out, leaving only 6 cars for day 2. Lubert then crashed out, so we were down to 5. There was no fight for the win. Kalle Rovanperä dominated whilst Thierry Neuville had turbo issues, and Tanak had punctures and a few other issues. Lappi and Danny Sordo were as close as anyone got to Kalle Rovanperä, and they were about a minute behind, with Tanak and Neuville the only other Rally 1 point scorers. It's not that the actual rallies are bad, but the lack of cars competing is a worry. Not just in Rally 1. Rally 3 only had 2 competitors, and one broke down early on. Hardly a fight for the ages. WRC needs to tempt more manufacturers in somehow. 5 cars finishing is not something that can continue for long. Although Oliver Solberg was leading Rally 2 until he was penalised for doing donuts in front of a crowd. So maybe WRC, like Formula 1, are not interested in entertainment value. WRC goes on to Italy next with Rovanperä in the lead. Hopefully it's a little closer than Portugal. TCR Europe, and not the TCR World Tour, came to us from the little French village of Po during the annual Po Festival. A tight, twisting street circuit with very little room to overtake. I wasn't expecting much. Surprisingly, Swedish youngster Victor Andersson qualified his Cyan on pole. Without the World Tour crowd, there was only 12 cars on the grid. I guess the theme for this week should be empty grids, plaguing many a motorsport series. This was dull as dishwater. Dusan Borkovic and Tom Coronel took the wins, and the veteran Dutchman is leading the championship, but it's all a bit bleh. So TCR Australia and S5000 came to us from the Phillip Island circuit, and I'd love to talk about them at length, but I can't watch them anywhere. S5000 is suffering from a severe lack of competitors, only 9 cars, and it didn't look all that interesting from the 1-minute highlight videos I can find. TCR Australia also has much smaller grids than previous years. So maybe if people could watch it, then it'd be more interest. The IMSA round at Laguna Seca is also unwatchable right now, but I think they do release the full races on their YouTube page at some point after. It's a shame because I would like to talk about it, but these videos come out before the actual races are available for everyone to watch. So that's a short lesson on why everything should be free all the time. So that was all the action from the past weekend. This weekend, Formula 1 is back at Imola, and I do find myself looking forward to it. Imola is a great track. We also have Formula 2 and 3, F1 Academy from Catalonia, which of course we won't be able to watch, Super Formula from Japan, Supercars from Australia, British Touring Cars from Snetterton, and it's all rounded out with Formula Regional European and Brazilian stock cars. So that's quite a dish to look forward to. What was your race of the previous weekend? Other than the Extreme E, I would have to say the IndyCar race was my favourite. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to subscribe. Thank you for watching and have a good one.